Hi, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. This video is for coolness453. He asks, is Saw worth buying? Is it have good replayable storyline or just a good rental? Well, let's go into the storyline a little bit without getting too many spoilers. You play as Detective Tapp, and it's kind of like a cross between Saw 2, Saw 3, and Saw 4. Now, the reason I say it's a combination of all of them is basically you're in a trap on your own, Detective Tapp, and you're going to be going through a series of gauntlets of other people, of other traps. So, in a sense, you're trying to survive through these series of trapped rooms. And now why it's like Saw 3 and Saw 4 is you're going to come across other people from the Saw series that intertwined with the movie series. So basically it's like essentially they're stuck in a trap and you basically, our job is to free them. Now all these people, they're in a trap for a reason, and being a cop, you guys face with the moral dilemma whether or not to free them or not. So you're, of course, in the game you're going to have to at least free them from the initial trap. Then from there on in, later on in the game, you're gonna have a choice between freeing yourself, freeing them, or caring about yourself only and your obsession of finding out more about Jigsaw. So they really intertwine the series of Saw really well into a game, because the fact that it captures all his little traps that you have. Like, you have like so many references from Saw. You have the, without giving away too hard, like in the beginning you had the bear trap, and then later on, like, you're going to have a trap that's from Saw 3 that gets put on yourself. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but I'm going to tell you they have so many nods to the Saw series that it's really nice for Saw fanatics. The controls are pretty easy, simple. It plays a cross between Silent Hill and Manhunt. Now, the difference between this and Manhunt, though, is the simple fact that you don't have the gruesome attacks. You're just going to have like a weapon, and it's a strong and weak attack. Sort of like how Silent Hill battle system works. So that's the storyline. It's a pretty good storyline, I think. I haven't beat the game yet, but I've gotten 8 hours in, and it's been a nice ride so far. So, now as for replayability. This is going to be a factor that's going to... The replayability for this game is what you make of it. The replayability comes down to trophies. You have the trophies, which some of them you have to do so many kills with certain items, set certain traps and have them go off on the other people in the game, the other people that are after you, using different weapons. And then of course the ending. There's two endings, so you beat the game in one ending, you get the one trophy. You beat the game on the other ending, you get the other trophy. Now for replayability, this is what cuts the replayability down. There is a flashback feature in the game. The flashback feature lets you replay levels. So if you beat the game a level and then you want to go back there and just, might be a certain couple paths that you already beaten, that are paths you didn't take in the game, you could just basically reload that and go back into it. I don't know why I kind of see why I don't know why they would want to do that, other than for the people that complain that they have to beat a game to get everything out of a game again. So for those that are hardcore gamers that like to replay games more than once, will probably enjoy the fact that you can actually just replay the game and have different options, take different options. And for those of you that like just to get the game, see all what it has to offer really quick without having to replay it twice, then you have that option. But I wish they would have removed it for people like me, because I won't use it, but it's kind of like giving you an option to say, oh, I just want to just hurry up and load this last section up so I can get, see what, see what I missed, instead of having to work your way through it again, which to me, it kind of cuts down the replayability just a smidgen. So, the game will probably warrant you at least 2 playthroughs for each ending if you avoid the flashback feature. If you're going to use the flashback feature, you're only going to get 1 playthrough, and I would, in that sense, if you're going to limit yourself to just, or think you're even tempted to using flashback feature, I'd probably rent it. You probably could get a good week out of a rental, but if you got to rent it from a game's place where you only get it for like 2 days for like $4 or $8, you're going to be renting it for a few days, so it's going to warrant down whether or not it's worth the $60 price tag. So, to me, the $60 price tag isn't too bad at all. Because I had trade-ins, and I was a fan of the the original Saw, and when I found out this was modeled after Saw 1 and 2, or takes place between Saw 1 and 2, it was really cool. So, it was worth it for me. But for some of you that have more bills than I do, you probably want to wait till either the price tag goes a little lower, or possibly rent it. But I enjoy it, and that's my my opinions on everything. So basically, replayability is what you make of it, but the storyline seems to tag well with the series. So sorry, so lengthy. If you have any other questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Coolness453, I hope this answers your questions. So I may have repeated myself a few times. I have a habit of doing that, but I hope this answers your questions. Thanks for watching. Let's see if I can get through one.